Right, so question 12, it says, Maria is the principal of an international school. She's employed a systems analyst to create a new database system to store records of the final IGCSE students. Right, so all you've got to do to look at this is that you just simply need to see that there's data, comma, data, comma, data, comma, and so on. So what you've got to think is for each of these data here, so basically each of these here are fields. So each part of the data that's separated by a comma is a field. So you just need to simply think of field names and data types. Now you should know from your practical exam what the data types are. So for example, text. So text is just simply text. Okay, so like names, genders, and so on. ID numbers, text, alphanumeric text, okay? Then you got your numbers, okay? So it's anything that will be treated like a number, okay? So anything that will be used mathematically. So phone numbers would not be put in a database as numbers because they wouldn't be multiplied, divided, or anything in queries. And they wouldn't be less than or greater than, so they would be text. Then you have your Boolean types where there's only simply two answers, yes or no. Okay, male or female, on, off, just simply two answers. Okay, so now obviously here you've got name and the data type should be text, as you know. So what you're going to do here, I'm not going to give you any further help on this question because I think you can do this alone. And then obviously what you need to do is check your answers. Okay, the one thing I will ask you to think about, it says staying on at sixth form or leaving. Would you put that as text or would you put that as Boolean is my question. Okay, now what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to combine the next couple of questions. So Paolo wishes to save storage space. He does not change the name of the field, but decides that two other fields could have their data shortened. Apart from the name field, identify two other fields and describe how the contents can be shortened. I would look up here and I'd think, what can be shortened? Okay, my only suggestion is I would shorten a Boolean field. Sorry, there's two Boolean fields. I would shorten both of those. So, for example, male or female, MF. You could just simply code the data as M and F. Now, next question. So, there's no key field set. Maria's secretary has typed into the database in order. Okay, so this data has already gone into the database. Maria can get the database back to the original order by sorting the fields using one field. Write down the name of the field in order which it would need to be sorted. Okay, so if you remember, sorting is sorting into ascending or descending order. Okay, so what field would you sort? And it says no key field set. So basically, what field here do you think is the key field? And how can it be sorted into ascending and descending order? Very, very straightforward, I think. Okay. Hope that helps, and if you did use this video for this, and best of luck.